the objective of PRINCE2. In this section, we will see what are projects and what are its characteristics, and also why there is a need to manage projects and what is the role of a project manager. After this section, you would be in a position to differentiate projects from tasks and operations. You will now understand the importance of projects and what characteristics makes a project different. Why have a project management method, and what do we wish to control? You will also get an insight of the various roles played by a project manager. A key challenge for organizations in today's world is to succeed in balancing two parallel competing imperatives: maintaining current business operations, also keeping in mind profitability, service quality, customer relationships, brand loyalty, productivity, market confidence, etc. What we term business as usual. The second imperative is looking to transform a business operation in order to survive and compete in the future, apart from looking forward and deciding how business change can be introduced to best effect for the organization. As the pace of change in terms of technology, business, social, regulatory, etc. accelerates, and the penalties of failing to adapt to change become more evident, the focus of management attention is inevitably moving to achieve a balance between business as usual and business change. Projects are the means by which we introduce change. Apart from this, and many of the skills required are the same, there are some crucial differences between managing business as usual and managing project work. Employees most frequently asked about project management define it in these words. A project is a temporary organization that is created for the purpose of delivering one or more business products according to an agreed business case. You will find that there are a number of characteristics of project work that distinguish it from business as usual. The most important being change. Projects are the means by which we introduce change. The second being temporary. As the definition above states, projects are temporary in nature. Once the desired change has been implemented, business as usual resumes, however in its new form, and the need for the project is removed. Projects must have a defined start and a defined end. Cross-functionality projects involve a team of people with different skills, working together on a temporary basis to introduce a change which will impact others outside the team. Projects often cross the normal functional divisions within an organization and sometimes span entirely different organizations. This frequently causes stress and strain, both within organizations and between, for example, customers and suppliers. Each has a different perspective and motivation for getting involved in the change. Uniqueness establishes that every project is unique. An organization may undertake many similar projects and establish a familiar, proven pattern of project activity, but each one will be unique in some way, like a different team or a different customer or even a different location. All these factors combine to make every project unique. Apart from its uniqueness, there is an amount of uncertainty. Clearly, the characteristics already listed will introduce threats and opportunities over and above those we typically encounter in the course of business as usual. Projects always tend to be more risky. The PRINCE2 method gives us a clear picture of what do we wish to control. There are 6 variables involved in any project, and therefore 6 aspects of project performance needs to be managed. Incurring costs, the project has to be affordable, and though we may start out with a particular budget in mind, there will be many factors which can lead to overspending and, perhaps, some opportunities to cut costs. Timescaling allied to this, and probably the most frequent question asked of a project manager is, when will it be finished? In terms of quality, finishing on time and within budget is not much consolation if the result of the project doesn't work. In PRINCE2 terms, the project's products must be fit for purpose. If we are looking at scope or exactly what will the project deliver, not knowing it, the various parties involved in a project can very often be talking at cross-purpose about this. The customer may assume that, for instance, a fitted kitchen and or bathroom is included in the price of the house, whereas the supplier views these as extras. On large-scale projects, scope definition is much more subtle and complex. There must be an agreement on the project scope, and the project manager needs to have a detailed understanding of what is and what is not within the scope. The project manager should take care not to deliver beyond the scope, as this is a common source of delays, overspending, and uncontrolled change known as scope creep. In terms of risks, all projects entail risks. But exactly how much risk are we prepared to accept? Should we build a house near the site of a disused mine, which may be prone to subsidence? If we decided to go ahead, is there something we can do about the risk? Maybe insure against it or have thorough surveys carried out. Other benefits, perhaps most often overlooked, is the question, why are we doing this? It's not enough to build a house successfully on time, within budget, and to quality specifications if, in the end, we can't sell or rent it at a profit or live in it happily. The project manager has to have a clear understanding of the purpose of the project as an investment and make sure that what the project delivers is consistent with achieving the desired return. PRINCE2 is an integrated framework of processes and themes which addresses the planning, the delegation, the monitoring, and the control of all these 6 aspects of project performance. We now come to the question of, what does a project manager do? In order to achieve control over anything, there must be a plan. It is the project manager who plans the sequence of activities to build a house. The manager works out how many bricklayers will be required and so on. It may be possible to build a house yourself, but being a manager implies that you will delegate some or all of the work to others. The ability to delegate is important in any form of management, but particularly so in project management because of the cross-functionality and risks involved. With the delegated work underway, the aim is that it should go according to plan, but we cannot rely on this always being the case. It is the project manager's responsibility to monitor how well the work in progress matches the plan. Of course, if work does not go according to plan, the project manager has to do something about it. That is, exert control. Even if the work is going well, the project manager may spot an opportunity to speed it up or reduce costs, whether it is by taking corrective action or implementing measures to improve performance. The aim of PRINCE2 is to make the right information available at the right time for the right people to make the right decisions.